I'm here, I'm doing work. At the same time, what I'm thinking about, take 3 over here. Whilst I'm doing the work, I thought that I will do a real quick overview, or what to call it. We have King of the Table 14 incoming. It's gonna be an interesting card, as per usual. So I thought I will talk a bit shortly about the matches that I am mostly interested in. And I think I will go through them in order from least interested to most interested. Oh, by the way, just because I'm least interested of a match, it doesn't mean that it's not a hella cool match. But still. So, first, it's, I guess, the match between Georgi Tsvetkov, I always butcher his name, and David Dadikan. That's gonna be a good one, I believe. It's a clash of styles. We have a predominantly hook puller that may or may not be able to pull without his hand, we will see. And we have a clean top roller. It's an interesting match, and Georgi has not arm wrestled in a while. Last match he did was against Devon in Arm Wars, if I remember correctly, with the left arm. So it will be interesting to see if he leveled up or where he's at in the world level. I love Georgi, he's a really nice arm wrestler, he's such a sweetheart. And I'm taking a liking in David Dadikan as well. I used to not really like him, but now in the past couple of months, it seems that at least outwards, his outwards persona, he's starting to talk, and he feels a bit more mature about arm wrestling. What really ticked me off with him, to tell the truth, it was the match that he did with Oleg. I didn't feel that was nice, how he acted on the table against Oleg. And I'm not talking about Petrenko, I'm talking about Oleg Zok, when Oleg Zok came back from the injury on the world stage once again. And Dadikan dominated that match, it's true, but he started to also like pull hard on Oleg's arm and stuff like that, screaming on his face. Just the whole situation felt weird, but yeah, now he's interesting. Next match, Kalina versus Matishenko. The Master versus the New Blood. I love Matishenko. I love how he arm wrestles. It's he's a master of the hook, man. Both in the higher weight categories, but also just looking at his hook, it's very, very smooth, very quick. Lightning fast, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting match. I actually agree with Coach Ray on this one. I don't see it not going into a hook, and because I love Kalina's fighting spirit, it's gonna be very interesting to see how he acts on the table when he gets turned in. I think it's gonna be a really interesting fight between both of them. So yeah, that's a good match as well. And the next match for me, left arm, Tseranov versus Jablonski. the Golden Dragon. Camille, I don't know what to say, man. You are doing you. You're boosting the sport and your presence in your particular way. And sometimes I think it's funny. Sometimes I think it's too much. But it's an interesting match between giants, really. I think this is either going to be really quick for in Tsaranov's favor, or perhaps it will be really quick in Camille's favor. I don't think this is gonna be a grinder, unless if Camille really has upgraded his hooking power, because then we might get into an interesting hook battle in the left arm. We might not see a press, we might see an attempt to a press that lands into a hook. And from there, it's gonna be really interesting. I don't know if Camille has the endurance, but I know that Zeranov does. He usually is the one that turns the tide of battle, and that's one thing that makes him always interesting and exciting to watch. He's a warrior on the table. So yeah, that match, it has potential to be really interesting, or really boring. But I think it's gonna be an interesting one. Next, we have Jocelyn with Egle. Now this match is very, very exciting if you think about the implications in case Jocelyn makes it. I think that she's the underdog going in. She did have a really impressive win against Sarah Backman, but Egle decimated Sarah as well. But what makes it interesting, one could say that the version that Egle decimated was a bit least impressive version of Sarah, because Sarah said that she was locked in for the jostling match. So all things considered, I see that as a really good 55-45 for Egle, and I think it's gonna be either a war or Egle is going to show her the level. Experience will beat her. Yeah, interesting match. And I hope Jocelyn wins, because then female arm wrestling becomes even more interesting than it is right now. Next, we have Gennady Kvikvinia and Sagov. I haven't seen the form of Gennady, and I would really like to see what form he will be in. This might be a crazy hook match. And yeah, it's gonna be a bloodbath if it's good, if he comes into a good form. And it also makes the 115 category a bit more interesting, at least until Devon decides to cut down and decimate people once again. But until then, one sec. Until then, the 115 category, it seems a bit vacated because of what happened to the young champion, to Reno. It's a bit disheartening, but at the same time, the pressing style, it's a pushing style. And it's the most dangerous style in arm wrestling. So yeah, the risks are there, and I hope that when he comes back, he was already a good all-rounder, Reno. I hope that he focuses on a more safe is the wrong word, on a more efficient technique. That being said, on to the next match we go. And for me, it's the Makarov versus Daniel Prokopchik match. Interesting. Very interesting. That's an interesting match. I think that we have a really... This doesn't get more interesting in the light categories. I think that Prokopchik might actually get Makarov, because I think that Prokopchik has a more efficient style than Makarov. Makarov like goes in and grinds it out in a hook, whilst Prokopchik can play the game in different positions. He can hold without his hand, he can be in a hook, he can open arm top roll. I think he has more tools to play with. I just don't know if Makarov is really that level above and beyond stronger. And that's going to be what's interesting in the match. I can see this becoming a real intense chess battle. Perhaps it will be the match of the night, match of the day, because like last time when Giannis pulled with Mindaugas, that was a really intense chess battle as well, and I think this one has a shot at becoming that as well. And then it becomes a real interesting triangle, because I think that Daniel, if he pulls with Mindaugas, he will lose again. And then Makarov, I think, has potential to beat Mindaugas again, although I have Mindaugas in favor if they have a rematch. I think that Mindaugas can pull that match a lot better. I remember him being a bit way too cocky on that first match, and I think that he will make the improvements for the rematch. Yeah, I really like the lightweight category right now. It's gonna be really interesting in the future. Now, Lalatin versus Michael Todd. This match sets up a lot of other matches really well. It's going to set up the match with Levan really well. If Vitaly also will be a man of his word, and I think he will be, it's going to set up the match with Devon really well. And I think also that mentally, if Michael wins or if he perhaps loses, I don't really see him losing. I think the match will stop, and from then, I don't know if Vitaly has had enough time to train his press. I think it's gonna be a good morale boost leading up to the Levan and maybe the Hermes rematch. I don't know. I think that Hermes, he has developed a lot since their last match, but Levan wasn't in the best shape, and he was constantly sick before that match. I remember a lot of pictures of him, and even his training partner saying that Levan wasn't in peak shape when he fought against Hermes. And because of those factors, if everything is well with Levan, I think this time it's gonna be a good match. Maybe Hermes takes a pin or two like last time, but I think that Levan wins the war. But I don't think that he will flash pin him this time. If he flash pins Hermes, yeah, the super heavyweight is gonna have trouble for as long as Levan keeps arm wrestling. And I don't think that Devon beats Levan either. I don't think that Michael beats Levan either. If Hermes can't do anything, then I think that the super heavyweight will indeed once again proven that it will belong to Levan for the foreseeable future. And that leaves us with the match that I'm most hyped for. Hutchings versus Babayev. It's so nice with vendetta matches, man. So that's actually something that I'm also interested in. I would like to see more rematches. They've begun setting up more rematches, but it does so much, like the storytelling when there is a rematch coming. It builds up hype in a different way, you know, because there is already tension most of the time between the arm wrestlers, and it's nice to also see how it changes on the table, what kind of adjustments they've made. And for this one, I really love it because Babayev is coming in peak shape, and Todd Hutchings has developed a lot in the past time. He has evolved. He has made insane evolution, both in his own style, but also in the way he analyzes matches. And I think that this is going to be a real intense battle between two contradicting, but at the same time, similar styles. They both use a lot of side pressure to win opponents, but in a different way. Babayev uses a lot more his speed and his cupping ability, and Hutchings uses a lot more his side pressure, kick-backed wrist, and pronating ability. And I think it's gonna be really insane, and I don't know what Hutchings will do. The madman, the engineer, I don't know what he will do. I don't think he will actually do his typical like back pressure to the side style. I think he might do insane stuff with... if I remember correctly, Babayev is a bit shorter. He has a bit shorter lever. So maybe Hutchings will try some sort of weird, like, high hook to the side pressure. It's gonna be really interesting. That match for me, it's gonna be insane. I just hope that it's not flash pins, because that might as well be a thing, you know. It might just be that Babayev is really that much stronger, and it's his category. I just hope not, man. I just hope not. I hope it's gonna be a real death grind, to which I will favor Todd Hutchings. If it's a grind, I think that Hutchings takes it. Otherwise, Babayev will take it. I don't see Babayev winning a long match. It's gonna be interesting if he does, for the implications of the future, but I don't think that will happen. I don't think I forgot any of the matches. There are a couple of good ones as well. There is like Pauline and Samusha, but for me, because it's not really in a category, it's not as hot, and as a rematch, I think it was really close last time. I think it might be close this time too. I have Samusha as a slight favorite this time. I don't know what's up with Pauline. I don't think he has the same focus for arm wrestling as he did back then. But that might be completely wrong. It's just my perceived notion of how he has been in the last couple of matches. Then we have Matt Mask against Nugo. And I have a bit of a hot take there. I think Matt Mask should destroy him. If Matt Mask doesn't destroy him, it's just gonna be really disappointing, because Matt Mask has really good levers, and he's like rather close with Devon. It's really weird when Matt Mask loses a match. I am a bit like Devon in disbelief when he loses matches, and it feels like such a waste of potential, you know. So I hope he wins. If he doesn't, maybe he should consider like doing another another profession. All in like with oil rigs or something. I'm kidding. He's an exciting arm wrestler, but still, it's like I said, it's a bit disappointing when he loses. So I hope he wins. I hope that what he says, that he means it. That the 105 category will be his. That this is the plan that they have made up with Devon. And I hope that he will continue to become stronger and to become a better all-rounded arm wrestler. He's one of those arm wrestlers that I believe has a lot of potential. And even at higher categories than the 105. But right now that's his focus, so I hope that he does well. What more do we have? If I remember correctly, Zurab has a match. I think Lachlan also has a match. I don't really know what to think about those matches. I'm not that interested in either match. No, actually, the Lachlan match might be interesting because if I remember correctly, it's Marharit or what he's called. I butcher his name as well. He's also an interesting hook puller in the 105s. So yeah, it does become a bit more interesting if he takes it. Yeah, but the Zura match, I'm actually most like. It's fun. We have yet another match, but I'm not that interested in that one particularly. I never was really a fan of Zurab, and Totiev. He's an interesting character, and it's always cool to have interesting characters in arm wrestling. I think that helps the sport, but I don't know. I'm just not as excited because it's against Zurab. If it was against somebody else, maybe I would have been a bit more interested. Yeah, that's the card, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna be a long one, it's gonna be an intense one. And I will review it after the fact as well. I'm going to keep doing this sort of stuff. Talking about matches and then reviewing them. And maybe a bit of hype up before the matches. This time I don't know if I will have time for that much hype up. Maybe I will do something for Vitaly, Michael, Vitaly versus Michael, Hutchins versus Babayev. But yeah, this time I will probably not promote the card. The next East versus West I will probably promote a bit better. And yeah, my main man is Devon. Always rooting for Devon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I will have to keep putting the work in, keep doing the edit. So until next time, see you around. Stay strong and love arm wrestling. Very good outro by Coach Ray and Devon Larratt. Very, very good. This is a nice way to end the arm wrestling content. And yeah, see you around.